What is going on, guys? It's your boy K-Cross here, back in the video today, or back with another gun review, I guess, because I think that's a series that I'm going to run through real quick, because it's a pretty easy series. I had a lot of Cold War gameplay. I tried to get Cold War gameplay on every gun that looked interesting to me, or that looked like something I would use, so that means I'm not getting, like, I'm not going to do one on, like, LMGs, not going to do one on shotguns, on pistols, on rocket launchers, or on the combat knife, because I feel like all those guns are something that I wouldn't use personally, and they're not really, I don't know, like at the end of the day, they're not really comp guns. Like, you're not going to use them in like a match that means a lot to you. Like, if you're playing like a sweaty search and destroy match, like, you're probably going to pull out a basic AR or a basic SMG. You're not going to pull out like a freaking shotgun and an RPK or whatever they call it in this game. And I mean, I guess you could, but I think it's against like the COD League rules or whatever to use those guns. So basically, I just reviewed the guns that I thought were probably like the most common ones, and the ones that most people probably didn't get to use, like every single one of them at least. And I decided I'd go ahead and do reviews on them, so that way if nobody got to use them, then they'd kind of have an idea of the basis of the gun. Because I mean, ultimately, I'm not gonna say that I know like a lot about the guns, because most of the guns I only used like twice just to get gameplay of them, and then I just kind of looked at their stats, and then just kind of looked for things in them that are basic and obvious, like stuff like with the Milano, for example. I noticed that the fire rate, it was slower than the typical SMG would usually be, but it had the power to back it up. So it's like the small observations like that. The recoil obviously is an easy observation, especially if you're watching my videos. The recoil on this gun specifically wasn't that bad. Ultimately, this gun is probably, like I said yesterday's video, the best SMG. Like, if you're pushing into like close quarters combat and you're just taking people down left and right, this thing is probably going to be your gun until they release all the guns, that is, because I'm sure they're going to release an SMG with a really fast fire rate that's good at close quarters, but I hadn't seen one necessarily that stuck out to me in the beta, and that's because we only got a few of them. I mean, the 74U could make a point for the best all-around SMG, but I'm not gonna say it is, just because I felt like it was more like the MP5 than it was like the Milano, for example. I think it's definitely a more mid-tier gun than the Milano. I think I don't even know if I'm saying this gun's name right. I'm just gonna start calling it the Uzi, alright? But basically, I think this gun excels at what it excels at, right? It's nothing fancy, there's no special attachments you could put on it to make it, like tear someone up across the map. Like, it's going to be a short range SMG. It's going to be decent damage, and it's going to get the job done. It's going to be a fairly consistent gun, right? It's going to be probably the go-to SMG, like, for an SMG. I don't know how I can say that a different way so many times, but it's going to be the SMG's SMG. Like, this gun is definitely for pushing, for playing aggressive, like for jump sliding or slide canceling, and doing like 360s into completely clustered rooms and just kind of spraying. You know what I mean? This gun's gonna get the job done. It's going to be the one to get you out of some of those sticky situations up close. However, it is kind of slow with its fire rate, and if you're not good with recoil, then you're probably not going to be able to handle it at ranges. However, up close, like where it's best, the recoil is not terrible. However, like I said, it's slow, so for now, whenever like the beta is out, it is fine, it gets the job done. But whenever the full game comes out, I have a feeling that it won't be the best SMG anymore. I have a feeling that something will be above it. Like, something will come out that's faster, and that's just kind of more oriented towards short range and short range only, like an MP7 type gun, right? MP7, Scorpion, these type of guns that are fast fire rate and that they're short range. Like, you're not gonna get shots at 30 meters plus on them without someone being AFK or somebody just being completely oblivious to the fact that you're shooting them. So I wouldn't be too optimistic in saying that this is the best SMG in the game until the full game comes out. However, as of right now in the beta, I feel like it is the best SMG. I think it's the best for pushing, for rushing, and especially if you're quick and you're good with the mobility in this game, because I feel like the mobility in this game is crazy and it's fun, it's fast paced. You could slide far, you could jump high, so whenever you have the MP5, or not the MP5, the Uzi, it is incredibly easy to maneuver around people and make them miss, right? So if people are using like the Krieg or something, they're just not going to be able to match you if you're within a 10-meter radius. And it's not better than shotguns, though, right? So like a Spaz or a whatever the pump is, it'll still beat it up close, which is unfortunate because you think shotguns being a secondary, they wouldn't be as good, but they definitely, they're definitely pretty good. It is what it is, though. You can't really control those things. I mean, I don't care that much. The shotguns were annoying, but they didn't bother me like they bothered other people, and I think I still had the upper hand with this gun just because of the fact that I could stretch the range. I feel like the effective range with this gun is easy to find, right? Because it depends your target, right? You kind of know that guy that's going to be using the shotgun. You're not going to like run up on him. You're going to kind of hop back, let him get that one hit marker on you as you like quickly take him out. But if somebody's using an AR, you can just slide at their knees and it's very easy to take them out. So the gun is definitely very user oriented. It is definitely a gun that requires you to use it in a way that it needs to be used, right? Like it's not a multi-purpose tool. It's not a Swiss Army knife of a gun. It's got its purpose, and you got to use it for its purpose in order for it to be effective. And I think that's good. I think that's kind of the point of the guns in the game. I think every gun in the game they originally make to have its own purpose and to specifically fill that purpose. However, things get blended whenever they put in that one gun that's kind of like the mid-tier gun, like the jack of all trades gun. And then things get, like I said, blended, and that gun becomes overpowered, or it becomes like completely underpowered. People will find that one gun that's just, perfect for most situations, and they will abuse it. So I think this gun is definitely good for the situations that you put it in. If you put it into correct situations, I think despite it being like I said, a very specific situational gun, I think it does its job pretty well. I think its job is very easy to, I guess it's very easy to put it in its comfort zone. I feel like that's probably the best way of saying it. I feel like it's very easy to make the gun effective and get in the effective range of the gun, especially on this game, like I said, with the quick mobility and the maps that are kind of clustered. I think it makes it very easy to get it into an effective range. Now, I wouldn't use this gun on satellite per se, but on maps like Miami here, or if I was on Cartel or Moscow, I feel like this gun is very easy to find an effective area to use it at, right? I feel like it is very easy to use. It only took me one game of gameplay to get a very good record with the gun. Like, this is my first game using it, and it was just that easy. I mean, the gun's just that easy to use, right? Now, like with other guns, it took me several games to get used to the gun, to put it in its right area and get it to a down pat, I guess, to a specific type of game style or gameplay. Now, I didn't have to do that at all with this gun. I just felt like I instantly, I don't know, vibed with the gun, I guess is the best way of putting it, and I feel like it's a great gun. I feel like I'm very optimistic to use it in the future. It might be my go-to gun at the start of or at the launch of the game. I feel like it's that good of a gun. I feel like I just instantly connected with the gun and understood how it worked and was able to control it. And that's my review on the gun. I know I gave a rating on the last one, so I'll go ahead and give it an 8.5 because it's pretty good, but it definitely has its weaknesses. And it's definitely got some range issues, and I'm hard, so I'm never going to give the gun a 10. I'm never going to give any gun a 10. So yeah, that's my review. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.